Cool, we're recording. So welcome everyone onto this awesome call on this beautiful Sunday that I'm in Auckland, New Zealand. Josh Carter, he's over in Bali. There's people all over the show. There's Coffs Harbour, my friend Sita from Coffs Harbour, 5 hours from Sydney. So I see Cesar's just jumped on. Aaron's here in Auckland too, and then there's a couple others. So really awesome to see you tonight. And I can't wait to hear from the couple people who are going to be sharing their stories. And the rest of the little online opportunity meeting we've got going on here. So let's get it started. I'm going to share my screen, and then Josh and I are going to be presenting together. So you're going to hear from both of us. Cool. Okay, to kick it off, this is all about Isagenix. And for those of you who don't know what is Isagenix, Isagenix is a company that is in 14 countries currently in the world. And it's one of the largest health and wellness companies in the world and the fastest growing in New Zealand and Australia. So it is a huge company that is making a huge impact on people's lives. And we're going to be talking about the solutions to transform lives. So there are solutions that we have that are really, truly transforming people's lives all around the globe at the moment. And we'll be covering all those. Oh, cool. So firstly, I want to share a bit about me, if you don't mind. So I heard about Isagenix nearly a couple of years ago. In fact, I started my journey with the Isagenix solutions on 1st of October 2014. So it's almost 2 years. And I first heard about it actually this month, 2 years ago, from a friend called Adam. And he came up to me, and he just gone to this big Isagenix event in Auckland, and he was just pumped. And he just couldn't. I was the first person. Josh and I were the first people he called up and told about this. And he just said, look, man, Isaac, there's awesome health and wellness products, and there's just this amazing opportunity to make a bit of extra income on the side, and we can do so much with this. And he's one of my best mates, and we'd always wanted to go into business together, and we loved health and wellness. So I said, okay, man, let me check it out. And I had a look at it, and I actually found that it was I was a bit skeptical because I found out it was network marketing, and I wasn't much for network marketing. I'd heard of it in the past, and I'd heard a bit of stories and some negative stuff about it. And so that's where I was at, but I was open to it because it was my best mate. And I started on the products. Initially, I was 2 years ago in a really terrible state, as you can see in that left photo. I was, my face probably shows it more than my body. But I was really I was lacking energy. My sleep was terrible. I was exhausted, overwhelmed, and stressed out most of the time. And I was working in a corporate banking job for about 7.5 years at that point. And when my mate told me about this, Adam, I said, okay, man, I'll give it a go and try it out for 30 days, see how it goes. What can I lose? It's a money back guarantee. No worries. So I tried it out, and I couldn't believe it. Like, that middle photo is probably a progress photo from my last ice body challenge, which we'll be talking about later on. It's a 16-week challenge, and it was a before photo taken a bit after that first one. And I really wanted to get a transformation, not just for my body, but for my overall health. And I got it, like, big time. My energy levels went through the roof only a couple of weeks into this program. And my digestion improved. My gut bloating went away, as you can see. I got abs for the first time in my life. I got freaking amazing results. And I couldn't help but share this with the most important people in my life. And my mum and brother do this, and my mates, Josh, Sarah, and a few other people on this call, and so many others are being impacted by the opportunity that we've got here and what a lot of us have been doing in New Zealand and Australia and sharing it. So I just love this, the difference it's made for me and for others around me. And I just want to share this, as you can tell. So that's me, and I'll be sharing a bit more about me as we go. But now I want to hear from the legend man himself there in Bali today, Mr. Josh Carter.
Hey everyone, sorry about the little bit of noise that's next to me. We've got a bit of roadworks going on at the moment, so there's a few trucks coming in. But welcome to the call. I've got quite a few people on here that I know personally, and I'm really, really excited to be here and sharing my story. And I want to acknowledge there's three types of people on this call at the moment. There's people who have never heard about Isagenix and are really keen to learn about a little bit more about it and how it could benefit them. There's people on here who have heard about Isagenix and are keen to just keep growing their knowledge about it and ready to nearly jump on the products. And there's people who are on Isagenix and here to share your story. And I'm so excited to be here presenting it. I really want to acknowledge you all for being on here. So A little bit about my story. Before I started Isagenix, I was studying to be a helicopter pilot. I still am a helicopter pilot. I've just taken a bit of a break and moved over to Bali. But I was tired, I was overweight, I was uncomfortable in my own skin. I weighed 126 kgs and I was just feeling very miserable, lacking energy and everything. And, you know, like Isaac said, a mate came over and said hi to me and he said, "Hey man, look, you look like you could do with a health change. I've just been to the seminar. I think I've got something that could help you." And I was like, "Dude, okay, all right, I'll open my ears and listen." And thank goodness I did, because now, like, within the first 4 months of starting Isagenix, I had lost 15 kgs and I've now continued to go on and lose 30 kgs. And I just feel so much more confident in my own skin. You know, the health benefits that come with losing 30 kgs, the mindset difference that's helped me move forward in life. And I'm just so excited to, you know, be in Bali and share this with people who, you know, might want to be sitting there looking for a health change or looking to earn some more money or aren't happy in what they're doing in life. So yeah, like I'm super excited to be here, if you can't tell. And yeah.
Cool, thanks, man. Okay, I'll let you take it away for the next few slides, man.
Yeah, perfect. So the question you got to ask yourself, and something that I had to ask myself when I was studying to be a helicopter pilot, is that, am I living my ideal life? And it's something that you should ask yourself too. Like, are you waking up every morning and going to sleep every night happy with what you're doing and happy in the skin that you're in? You know, for me, I loved being a helicopter pilot. I absolutely loved my job. I loved the training. I loved the learning. But I wasn't happy with how I was going to bed. You know, I wasn't feeling very good in my own skin. And, you know, I think to really hear about the opportunity of Isagenix, you've got to listen in a certain way. You've got to listen, you know, if I could get these results from the people that are, you know, getting these results, if that was available to me, how would that make me feel? And I think that, you know, in life, to get different results, we have to do things differently. And this is a different system. So I keep an open mind during this presentation and see if this is something for you. Next slide, Isaac. Yeah, and what if you could think different? You know, if you could think differently from every other person and be that little green man in the middle, look at the results that you're going to be able to get, you know, and it's so, so powerful when you're the one that thinks differently. Cool. So the START movement or the START vision for young people in this community of Isagenix is to ignite all young people to own their lives physically and financially, and through their contributions create freedom and a lasting legacy. Now, when I first heard that, I was like, holy heck, I've never heard any other company that has such a strong stance in their motto or their in their statement for their company. And it's so true, because, you know, in the START group, it's a group of young people 18 to 35 within Isagenix that are really looking to go against the status quo. You know, we're not looking to go to school, get a job, get a degree, enter the workforce, trade time for money for the next 40 years of our lives. We're looking to be able to travel. You know, we're looking to be able to live our ideal life every single day. And Isagenix is definitely a way that we can do this. And, you know, what is your normal now? It's a really good question. Like, what is your normal? And does your normal allow you to live your ideal life? Do you want to go from there, Isaac?
Yeah, thanks, man. So I want you to rate these in your head. You don't have to call it out or write it out in message, but just have a really good think to yourself about these questions as I ask them. And I'll pause purposefully just so you can have a think too. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your overall health? You may even want to note it down if you've got a pen if you really want to. And if you could change anything about your health in the next 90 days, what exactly would you change? And be specific as possible with yourself. More specific, the better. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your financial situation? And the other tip, be honest with yourself. Like, you don't have to share this with anyone. And if you're just kidding yourself, it's not worth it. If you really do this exercise properly, it can be really beneficial. And if you could change anything about your financial situation in the next 90 days, what would you change? And did you know Australians spent approximately 6.6 billion dollars Aussie on health and weight loss in 2013 to 2014. I can only imagine what that was between 2015 to now. So we are spending so much money on trying to find the right product, trying to find the right solution for what's going to take care of our health and help us lose weight healthily, that we're just inputting all this unnecessary money into it. And we really have solutions here that we'll be sharing with you that money will be funneled into something that is actually going to have an impact on your health in reality, as you'll see. And did you know Australians spend up to 1.31 billion Aussie dollars on fitness-related services annually? Once again, it's almost like the same figure as the last one in terms of that we're putting all this money into going to the gym and working out and all these different workout regimes, which are amazing. And when used effectively, they do cause results. And once again, though, there's a large percentage of people actually paying money towards this fitness-related services. And they're not actually going to the gym, for instance. They're just paying a year membership, going for a month, and then leaving it. I know I've definitely been a culprit of that in the past as well. And did you know, estimated revenue for anti-aging and skincare in Australia is 3.6 billion Aussie dollars. I definitely know this must be true because I can relate to it from the amount that, well, not me, but Rachel, my partner, spends on taking care of herself and her skin. For sure, this is high. And it's always going to be something I think that's important to people, keeping young and feeling and looking young and healthy. And did you know approximately 600,000 Australians and New Zealanders earn additional income through direct selling or social enterprise? So that is this form of selling that we do, direct selling in terms of Isagenix. And it is something that I've been doing for the last couple of years and really caught on to and love as well. Same with Josh. Over to you, Josh.
Perfect. So Isagenix has all of these. So it has weight loss, energy, performance, healthy aging, and wealth creation solutions all within the same company. So we all know people in our lives, or even ourselves, that want to maintain or lose a bit of weight or put on weight. We all know people who want to increase their energy. We all know people that want to increase their performance and age better. And I think everyone in this world always wants to earn a little bit of extra income. So to have all of these incorporated in one company, and knowing the stats that we've just gone over before about how much money is spent on each of these categories, it would be really, really smart to partner with a company that has all of those encapsulated in one. So let me click to the next slide. So separate from the start vision, which is just for the 18 to 85-year-olds within Isagenix, the Isagenix vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process create the largest health and wellness company in the world. I think that's such a powerful statement for this company, and something that I stand by when I'm building my business, which is really cool. So the foundation of this company is built on people who have massive success in the industry, and also people with vast knowledge of what the human body needs. So John Anderson, for example, the master formulator, so he's personally made over 2,300 nutritional weight loss products for other companies. And this is the first company that he's put his name to, purely because all the other companies were putting fillers and things to try and make a shelf price, where Isagenix said that they wouldn't have any compromise in their products. So everything's third-party tested, triple third-party tested and all that. The co-founder, Jim, so he has 30 years of experience in building successful companies. He's taken companies from $0 to $1 billion the quickest, and he's just got so much experience in running business. Kathy Cooper, the executive vice president, she has topped 3 different network marketing companies. So it's really, really cool to have someone who owns the company, who knows exactly what we need in the field, being out here sharing it with people. And Eric Cooper is their son. Now, Eric is the creator of Start Your Life. He is the ambassador for Start Your Life and the vice president for global field development. So he is really working on tools and systems that will help us and to help particularly the younger generation create a life of freedom for themselves. And, this is really exciting too. We've had a massively proven track record. We were established in 2012. We're privately owned, which is really important. We're now in 14 countries with, huge global expansion plans into Europe in the early next year, which is incredible. Worldwide sales increased by 23% globally in 2015. We've done 892 million in global revenue, ranked number 27. I actually think that's changed. We've moved up in the direct selling, and we're approaching our first $1 billion year as a global annual sales. So, we're really, really excited about that. And this is something that's really awesome as well, is that we have a team of 40 full-time scientists that work on these products. These aren't products that have just been made and then they're sorted and we just get them. They're tested, they're third-party tested, they're always being improved. There's always these scientists working on developing new products for us to help us. It's just an incredible team to know that team is behind you and backing you every single step of the way with the products.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh.
No worries.
Cheers, man. So we're going to be talking about the pillars of health in terms of the Isagenix solutions. So there are 5 key core products we'll be covering. But before we go on to that, there's actually a short clip that I want all of you to watch just to get a good sense from our friend Mary Evans on how the Isagenix system works and how these products work in your body. So I'm going to flick over to that and let you all enjoy the clip.
Thanks for coming today and checking out Isagenix and taking the time to really understand what it's all about. My name's Mary Evans, and I'm a personal trainer. I'm also a yoga instructor and spinning instructor. Isagenix came into my life about 2 years ago, and I got to be honest,
Isaac, you need to unmute yourself.
what you were doing, I want it. And then that's when the light went off, and I did my homework. What I found out is that Isagenix really addresses 2 major issues that in the fitness industry I had never addressed before, and they are environmental toxicity and nutritional depletion. Basically, we live in a world that's inundated with chemicals, everywhere we look. And for the most part, we can't get away from them. We take them in wherever we are, whether it's the commercially grown fruits and vegetables. Did you know that on average, 72 herbicides and pesticides in our fruits and vegetables? Our farm-raised livestock, to get them to the market faster, they're injected with steroids, hormones, and antibiotics to keep them healthy to get them there. It's just crazy, and all those things are going into our system. The bottom line is when you're at the age of 6, you have all the fat cells that your body is going to be producing, okay? But as we introduce these toxins into our system, hormones, antibiotics, you name it, that's coming into the body, the liver produces more fat to protect us from those toxins. So it's a storage area for the toxins. Let's just look at the weight loss issue here. For people that are trying to lose weight, here's what they do. They cut calories. And I told them to. Well, here's what's happening. They're cutting calories out of an already nutritionally bankrupt food system. They're cutting that back. The body's already craving more. Then they take even more away from it. The body basically goes into starvation mode. That's why they will drop the weight, but it comes right back on when they reintroduce the food and more, because the body is not getting what it needs. So it's a no-win situation. If you don't get the toxicity out of the body, you're never going to have optimal health, much less lose weight. Here's what Isagenix is basically in a nutshell. We load our body with this optimal nutrition. All right, and then we allow the body to do what it naturally does, and that's cleanse. When you get the toxins out, the body can perform to its optimal capacity in everything. Two of the products I want to kind of tell you about are the shakes and the Cleanse for Life. The protein in the Isagenix shakes comes from New Zealand. In New Zealand, you cannot inject your cows with hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. So none of that is in these shakes. They're only grass-fed, and the grass has never been treated. From the milk to the powder form is sent through a fine mister, and it's never heated to a boiling point, unlike the United States, where the FDA requires that any pasteurization of a product like that has to be boiled. Well, when you heat something to a boiling point, you ruin all of the nutrition in it, all of the vitamins, minerals, and bacteria, right? So they're maintained and sustained in the Isagenix shakes because of the undenatured process. It's got 23 grams of protein. It's got 18 amino acids, which rebuild our cells. It's got a little bit of sugar in it, the right kind of sugar. It comes from beets, and that's mindful. In order for the nutrition to be delivered to the brain, you want a little bit of sugar in it. It's got the perfect combination of a 40-30-30 makeup, composition 40-30-30, so 40% carbohydrates, 30% protein, 30% fat, and that keeps you satisfied longer. We have the 80 ionic trace minerals, and you're just not going to find these in not only any other shake out there, but any other product. John Anderson, the formulator of Isagenix and all the products, is known as the Mineral Man, and he's put these minerals in all of the products. Now, why do we need the minerals? The minerals literally provide the pathway to the cell. So it opens up the cell to receive the nutrition. And then the final thing he puts in there is the digestive enzymes. The digestive enzymes deliver the nutrition into the cell. And so it's a complete food, and you feel full. So what you're doing is you're packing maximum nutrition into minimal calories. Okay, so if the goal is weight loss, a person can still lose weight. But the bottom line is everybody needs the nutrition. Weight loss, weight gain, stabilization, whatever it is, it works for everybody. The other item that I want to talk about is the Cleanse for Life. The Cleanse for Life is an aloe vera-based drink, and the aloe comes from just the heart of the aloe vera, not the leaves and everything else. It also has all the minerals, so the delivery system is there, and the digestive enzymes as well. So basically, when you drink the Cleanse for Life drink, it's a pathway for the body to allow the toxins to leave the body. The way the system works is you have a shake day and a cleanse day. On your shake days, you have 2 shakes and a regular meal, a balanced regular meal, we hope, and then a cleanse day. And on that cleanse day, you just drink the Cleanse for Life. You drink it 4 times throughout the day, and you eat these little Scooby snacks, we call them, that keep your blood sugar real level. So every 2 hours, you're putting something into your system, so your body is still metabolizing, yet not digesting. So you give your digestion a break, you let the toxins leave your body, and then the next day, you fuel up with maximum nutrition again with the shakes. What we need to remember is there's a lot of other cleanses out there. It may be a liver cleanse, a colon cleanse, a kidney cleanse. The Isagenix cleanse is complete. It works on the cellular level. It's not a cleanse where you're going to need to be close to the bathroom ever. Okay, so people would come to me and they would say, I want to be the healthiest I've ever been. And I can put them on exercise routines. I can give them what to eat. But here's what it looks like. The overall picture, 20% of overall health you can manage with exercise. So if you exercise 5-6 days a week, you're getting that 20% in. That other 80% is literally with your diet and rest. And now we have the rest of the equation. It is my final tool from my toolbox in my profession. So I challenge you, do what I did. Prove me wrong. Give it a try. Basically, bottom line is this. If you don't get your health back in 30 days, you get your money back.
I love Mary Evans. She just explained it so simply. Oh, getting too far ahead. Okay, Josh, before you kick this off, man, I just want to, I thought we could just cover rather than what's already on the screen or anything else we know about the shakes, just maybe give 2 or 3 main reasons why we like each of the products, because I think Mary Evans gave us enough information about them. And if they do want to, sorry, I was just going to say, if they do want to find out, if any of you want to find out more about the shakes or any of the products, you can actually go to isoproductau.com or isagenixhealth.net. Cool. Take it away.
Perfect. Great, Isaac. I think no one can explain it better than Mary Evans herself. So 2 or 3 things I love about the shakes. The shakes taste incredible. I think they're just the best tasting shakes I've ever had. They keep me full. And that's all there really is to it. They keep me filled up. I know they're giving me all the nutrients that I need. I've got 70 minerals and vitamins in them, so they're like a full meal replacement and real convenient. When I was flying helicopters, I always had a shaker and a box of shakes underneath the seat of my chopper, so I knew that if I was stuck anywhere, if I was waiting for a client or something like that, I could always have a full meal replacement that's going to taste incredible underneath my seat. So that's something I absolutely love about the shakes.
Perfect, Josh. Couldn't have said it any better myself. I love all those reasons. Okay, Cleanse for Life. So Cleanse for Life, I definitely don't need to talk too much about. Mary Evans covered it all. But the 2-3 reasons. Number 1 is I just, now knowing what I know about impurities in our air and our environment and the carpet and the water, the shampoo, everything around us has environmental impurities. So now that I know that, I'm just like, your body needs to be cleansed at a cellular level, like Mary Evans is saying, or else we'll never be able to get rid of those impurities. So I love it for that. The second thing is I feel freaking amazing after a cleanse day. Like I feel the best I've ever felt. If I, anytime during the week, start to feel a bit like low on my energy levels, I know I'm ready for a cleanse day. I know my body well. After doing this for a couple of years, you definitely know. And the other thing is cleanse days are just so effective in how they work in your body. So your body really can't deal with all the impurities that are going on. It used to be able to, but now there's just so much going on in the environment these days. So the way that the Cleanse for Life works and going into our bodies, it actually literally, I love the science behind it. So I love the way that it just works so synergistically with your system and with the natural cleansing process to be able to produce the energy, this better sleep, all that stuff that we get. So that's what I love about it. That's so easy to put into your body. It synergistically works in there and provides those awesome results. Go for it, Josh.
Perfect. I love Isagenix Supreme, and there are a lot of people that use Isagenix that absolutely love it. So this thing is absolutely packed with things called adaptogens. Now, adaptogens know how your body's feeling, and they help you level out. Whether you're stressed, they bring your stress levels down. Whether you're really high and you need to bring yourself a bit lower to go to sleep or something like that, they're just incredible. This formula is, we've got a couple of naturopaths who are quite high up in Isagenix, and, they say that their whole naturopath career, they strive to actually create something as good as what Isagenix Supreme is. So, for example, I took a shot of Isagenix Supreme before I did my final flight test because I was so highly strung and stressed out and shaking. And it just brought me down, and it brought me down to a level where I could think straight, and I passed my commercial license. So I kind of owe my commercial license to Isagenix. But yeah, so I absolutely love Isagenix, and there's a lot of people that do.
Can't go a day without it. I get upset if I don't take it. It's just morning and night routine. Got to take it. It helps me sleep well, wake up, pumps me up for the gym or whatever else I've got to do in my day. Love it. Aegis Actives and Essentials. So these, I love these. So the Aegis Actives are the minerals that we put into our body, and the essentials are the vitamins. And just to put it simply, you need a mineral to break down in a vitamin, and you need a vitamin to break down a mineral. Or else if you're just taking a multivitamin, you're paying for expensive urine. So my thing I like most about these is I know my body's getting every single essential mineral and vitamin that it needs. Even in your best organic, you only get about 10 to 12 minerals and vitamins if you're lucky, and your body needs at least 60. And it's minerals and trace minerals and vitamins. So I love that I know that my body's getting all that in it. I love that. I just, when I'm taking the full system, which includes the Aegis Actives and Essentials, I know that I'm taking care of every single aspect of my body, and these are such a key part to it. And immune system wise, like it says for the ageless actors, my immune system's never been better in my life up until I started taking these products, and these particular two. And it's actually got stuff for men and women. It's not just one fit wonder. Like everything in this system is produced to be able to be applicable for men and women and what they need, because we all need different things. So I love that. Josh, Isagenix.
Yeah, so probably my second favorite product is Isagenix. So this product won a Nobel Prize for the research behind it. And it's basically a cell support to help your cells regenerate effectively and more powerfully, so that it reduces the aging process. So like it says, they're designed to offer antioxidant support and reduce oxidative stress. And it's just got full of herbs and botanicals that have all been sourced naturally, and it's just incredible. You know, my grandparents use Isagenix. They absolutely love Isagenix. It just makes everything in them feel so good. So, yeah.
Wicked, man. Cool. So the product range. So I'm going to show you on the next little slide a picture of all the products that you can get, and the energy and performance pack, which is quite similar to the weight loss solution pack we have as well. And just so you see there, they are free from artificial flavors, colors, and sweeteners. In the value packs I'm going to show you, they are all gluten-free, all the products. So this is it. This is what it looks like. When you get your 30-day pack and you order it, it comes with either 4 boxes or 4 canisters of shakes, which last you 2 shakes a day for 30 days. And you have your natural accelerator, essentials, ageless actives, ice flush, your cleanse hair, your Ironix, your bars, your replenish drink, and your e-shots. If you want to know any more about all of these products, like I said, you can go to isoproductau.com and check them all out individually and all the ingredients in them. And you also get a free blender with it too, which is handy. So with this pack, broken down, it's actually $8, and correct me if I'm wrong, Josh, $8 Aussie a meal, or it's $10.50 New Zealand per meal. And when I say meal, I mean the shakes, as they are actually a meal replacement as well. So probably the most affordable meal you'll be able to find out there. And, you know, even if you compared it to, I don't like to name names, but certain takeaway companies, it's incredibly affordable. Josh laughing. It's incredibly affordable, plus you're getting all the nutrients, all the vitamins and minerals that you need in your body at the same time for that $8 or $10.50 price, which is crazy because you're definitely not getting that in those certain unnamed takeaway companies' products.
I just want to jump in there real quick. I don't want to sound salesy right now, but this week has been blowing up for all of our teams and people jumping on the system, because we've been given 10% off, and it finishes tomorrow. So if you are on the fence, or if you have heard about Isagenix and really just want to get started, the 10% takes the New Zealand pack down to $637, and it takes the Australian pack down to $540, I believe. So if you're on the fence, there's a bit of a promotion going on at the moment. So I just thought I'd chuck that in there real quick.
Oh, cheers, Josh. And even if it does sound salesy, that's all right. It's just so well worth it for the people there on this call and anyone else who's wanting to get started, because it just has never come around. I've been in Isagenix for 2 years with Josh. We've never seen ever a 10% discount at the level of these value packs. And they're already like great value for price. So that, in fact, that $8 and $10.50 drops in price. That's based on the figures that you can see on the screen. So yeah, you get all those for that price, and it's just the best, most convenient, worth it products that I've ever had anyway. Athletes, go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, cool. So I think something really cool about this system is that it's for everyone, including athletes. Now, something really important to say is that these athletes aren't paid to endorse Isagenix. They pay for their products just as much as anyone else does, but they just want the best nutrition in their body, and that's why they use them. So people like All Blacks player Rico Gear, Yana Pittman, who's really cool. She is a winter and summer Olympic athlete. So she takes her body to the extremes in the winter and then changes over to the summer discipline yearly. So that's really cool that she uses a system. Dirk Venter, if you follow him on Facebook, he's absolutely crazy about his deadlifting, and he's huge, and he uses the products as well. So it's not just about weight loss. And 5-time Olympian and gold medalist Natalie Cook, She is an absolute Isagenix fan to the days. She's done incredible things with the business and helping a lot of people. And she also used the system in her last 2 years of the Olympics, or being an Olympian, and won gold in both of them. So, there's massive athletes that use these products, but aren't paid to endorse them. So that's really cool.
That's it. That's the key part at the end there. And I actually caught up with Geordie Shields at another opportunity meeting in person. And that guy is insane. He's a world powerlifter, world champion powerlifter and bodybuilder. And he does the same thing as Jana Pittman. Like, he has to go from being massive as a powerlifter and then to do bodybuilding, drop his weight down and his body fat percentage. And he does it all with the use of these products, and he swears by them. And like Josh said, none of them get paid to endorse the products. They simply use them because of the integrity of the products and the effectiveness of them and what they provide for their performance as athletes. And I can definitely vouch for it too, being a hardcore gym goer before I even started Isagenix, to seeing the results that I got going to the gym afterwards. Cool. So this next clip is the IsaBody Challenge clip. It's going to show you a few of the people who have actually won the IsaBody Challenge and their experiences during it. It's a 16-week challenge that we'll share a bit more info about with you, but just enjoy this clip and hear a bit more about it and what it's all to do with. Enjoy.
When I was in my early 20s, health and fitness really went out the window. I didn't think it was important. I thought I was invincible. I was finding myself aching from head to toe, struggling to get out of bed in the morning. I was 170-odd, having 176 kilos, and you don't actually realise, because you think you can, it's okay. There's no worries. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm making sure the kids are being looked after. I'm making sure, but when you really look at it, when you're not looking after yourself, you're not looking after anybody.
I was a very sad, self-conscious, unhappy person. I wasn't very fit. I wasn't very healthy. I wasn't providing my body with any nutrition at all.
My 4-year-old at the time said to me that he started calling me Big Daddy, and it really cut me up fairly deep that my son even knew that I was overweight.
I went to my very first Isagenix event, which was Celebration in Brisbane. And whilst I was there, they introduced the IsaBody Challenge. I'd not heard about it. I've got a really competitive nature, and when they had the finalists that came up on the stage, I was like, I could so do that. When I would go out with friends, I would feel really self-conscious and embarrassed, and I just labelled myself the fat friend. I decided that I needed to make a change, and my next door neighbour introduced me to Isagenix.
Deep down, I'd been asking for help. And it comes in many different shapes. And this time it came in my youngest brother's arm. And I hadn't seen him for years, and we were catching up. And I was so excited to see him. And I got to see him, and he'd come up, and I could see the disappointment in his eyes straight away. And he says, "You're fat." And inside it really broke my heart. I was amazed. I dropped 13 kilos. I thought it was too good to be true. I thought I must have found the wonder drug or something. And then I stepped up to another President's Pack, and I dropped another 6.5 kilos. I was nearly down 20 kilos. I love running because it's like a meditation for me. I put the running shoes on, put the headphones in, and I just go. There's no worries in the world.
So part of my training for the IsaBody Challenge was focusing on running the City to Surf. And I won the over 50s. I took out the record for the over 50s. I was 55 years old, and I had beaten every 20-year-old girl over the line. These products they're amazing.
I couldn't train that first month. I was too big. And then going into the end of 16 weeks, nothing was stopping me. I was training every single day. I was setting myself daily goals, and wanting to achieve it day by day, and right up to the end, to when I finished it. And standing on that last day, looking at what I achieved, I actually couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I'd lost 53 kilos, because people look at it and go, "Are you crazy? You did that?" But I did.
So in 16 weeks, I really wanted to achieve more self-confidence, because I knew that was something that I was really lacking.
and I also wanted to lose a certain amount of weight and increase my training and, just become fitter. The challenge really gave me that motivation to keep going and to stay on track.
My life's changed since the Ice Body Challenge for the fact that I'm not just fitter, stronger, and more confident in my lifestyle. I'm able to support and help a lot of people out there that used to have the same issues I did. Being overweight, if you've never been there, is hard to deal with. And for me to be able to motivate people and push them in the right direction is a great motivator for me to continue on with my journey.
If I could do this, running the business that I run, with the stress that goes alongside of that, anyone can do this.
I feel really good about my body now. I'm so self-confident. I've literally, in 23 years, I've never been this weight in my whole life, and I've never looked like this. And, it's such a proud feeling to look in the mirror and be a completely different person.
I had found myself. I'd found the person that I was meant to be, the person that always has a smile on his face, the person that wants to represent other people and help other people grow and be a role model to help others. And this is what Ice Body Challenge have given me.
I could literally do a whole opportunity call like this just on the Ice Body Challenge because I love it so much. Josh, can you share a bit with us about the Ice Body Challenge and even your experience too being in it?
Yeah, totally. So I've done. So I've done 1 or 2 Ice Body Challenges and absolutely love them. They are a good way to stay accountable to your goals. And there's some awesome benefits. So just doing Ice Body Challenge and being a part of it, somehow it just kind of drives you to be your best and work your hardest that you've ever worked. There's thousands of dollars up in prizes. So if you win your selected category, you can win $3,000. If you win the overall prize, it's like $10,000 to $15,000, I think it is. And everyone who participates and completes the Ice Body Challenge gets $200 worth of free product anyway. So even just being a part of an Ice Body Challenge and just being a part of the community is incredible. I absolutely love them. And Isaac, you have your own story about them too, don't you?
Oh, big time. I'll just share real quickly because I want to hear the other people share after this. I've done 4 Ice Body Challenges and I did 3 and I'm on my 4th. So the first one and the second one, really, I just failed and I didn't complete it, but I'm quite stubborn anyway. And so I just kept going and would do them back to back until I finished one. So the third one I ended up completing, and we're not going to be talking about on this call, but inquire with whoever invited you onto this call tonight about the Healthy Mind and Body program, because that's actually what was the game changer. That alongside the Ice Body Challenge was what got me the results that you saw in those photos at the beginning. And I just never looked back. That also boosted my Isagenix business because people saw my results and then they wanted that for themselves too and they got inspired. So Ice Body Challenge is just an amazing opportunity to be able to inspire others, get your health back on track and just have an amazing time and earn some prizes. It's just a win-win-win-win. Cool. So we're going to share some results from a couple of people actually on the call and then a couple other people as well that I'll be sharing about with Josh. And just a little disclaimer that was actually at the end of the Ice Body Challenge clip. These products and solutions, they're not medicine. They're not designed to cure, prevent, treat, or diagnose any illness or disease or anything like that. They're literally just superfoods in capsule and shake form. And the other thing, all the people that have put in the effort to produce the results they've produced have been all based on that effort as well as them sticking to the program. Cool. So I know Josh, you were going to share about Damien, but we pretty much heard his story on the call. I really just wanted to show you all the photos. This is him dropping down 66 kgs in 16 weeks. And then on the next slide, this is actually a more current photo of him and how good he looks and how huge his biceps are. And also he lifts cars. His version of deadlifts is lifting cars and dragging them along the ground. So strength-wise, everything-wise, he's just awesome. And that's why he won the Ice Body Challenge, because he can do all that awesome stuff, and he's pretty much Superman. And he's also in the New Zealand tag team. So, yeah, he got flown over to America, flown over to Australia to be recognised and celebrated, and won $13,000 in cash altogether for winning the Ice Body Challenge. So it's well worth it. He never knew he was going to win it. Like you said, the first month he could barely even do any working out at all. So he's pretty inspiring, this guy. Such a legend. Rachel. So Rachel, she has a really interesting story. I'll just move this up so you can actually see. She did this in 40 days. And you can really see from her whole body, especially her midsection, that, you know, she was really dealing with some weight there that was literally weighing her down mentally, physically as well. And she's had children, but it'd been a couple of years actually since she'd had her last child. So she'd been, you know, dealing with this midsection for the last couple of years. And for her to take on the Isagenix program and to get those kinds of results in 40 days was just incredible. None of us could believe it. She won Transformation of the Month on the Ice Body Challenge Facebook group page. And I'm almost certain that she's going to win something else in the Ice Body Challenge in terms of the weight loss category. So this is how she looks from the side as well. So she just looks absolutely incredible. Like, just crazy. She just is the most bounciest person. And honestly, she doesn't mind me saying this too. Beforehand, she was pretty miserable, and I wouldn't have really wanted to hang out with her. But now she's bouncy as heck. So that's Rachel, and love her. And this is the other Rachel. And actually, this is my partner. But Josh, you're the one, you know, who initially talked to Rach about Isagenix. So I wouldn't mind you just sharing a bit about her yourself.
Yeah, totally. So before Rach started, and the Ice Body Challenge and Isagenix, she was really addicted to like refined sugar. She was eating dairy milk chocolate bars, you know, a can of Coke during the day, and is really, really low on energy. And her biggest goal was to put on weight. It had been a struggle her whole life. And from the start picture to the second picture, she put on 5 kgs of lean muscle. She got abs, as you can see, and she just loves life so much. You know, her transformation is absolutely incredible. To go from, you know, putting on muscle is a lot harder than losing fat, I feel, and 5 kgs for someone so small is just absolutely incredible.
It's crazy, yeah. Especially for women. I think women find it harder than men, and so it's just testament to the products and the power of them when you use them right and follow the program. Cheers, Josh. Oh, this is our mate Adam. So Adam had some insane results, as you can see, obviously. 16 weeks, and he went from epic, silly dad bod to, you know, like crazy Superman, Batman look from the latest Batman with Ben Affleck. So, with a beard. So, yeah, his beard got longer, he got waxed, he got, less hairier, and he got muscles. So that's what happened in his 16 weeks. And, but to be honest, like, to be serious, this guy actually has inspired not only me and Josh and other people, but hundreds and thousands of people to start their journey. And he's had a good over 1,000 people lives impacted from his results in the Ice Body Challenge, just from them seeing his results and starting it themselves on the challenge. Erin, so we've actually got Erin Kint on the call, who's the super mum of Isagenix. And so if you can unmute yourself, Erin, I'd love to hear your story. I'm sure everyone else would. You there? So she's still there, hasn't dropped off. I'm sure she's there. We'll give her a few seconds. She may be trying to get her phone together. I heard something. You there, Erin? Okay, well, Erin's possibly getting onto the call. Josh, do you want to just share a bit about Erin's story for healthy aging and as a mum?
Yeah, totally. So Erin's had incredible results on the products, and you know, when she started, she was pregnant with her first son, and you know, throughout the journey, she took the best nutrition and felt so much different. And then while also nursing her son, she first of all was struggling with milk production, but when she started taking the products, her milk production increased. She could see the difference in her son, and you know, the products just helped her incredibly just being a mum, just having that energy to be a mum, and that, you know, we all know how much it's going to take, you know, for us who don't have kids, when we are going to have kids, the energy that's required. And she just says that. Oh, you're there.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah. I unmuted myself, but my phone is still muted. Sorry, that's mum brain. Although I'm loving hearing everything that you remember about my story. Good on you. So my son was 8 months old when I first found Isagenix. My husband introduced me to it, and I just started with the shakes and some of the products that you use while you're pregnant or nursing, and it was awesome to see the difference in my energy levels, my mental clarity, and then looking back, it was kind of a gradual process, and then looking back and going, wow, it's made such a difference in our health as a family, including my son just through the breast milk, and the nutrients that he was getting because I was getting them. So that's why I now talk to anybody who's pregnant, looking to get pregnant, or breastfeeding, because what you're putting into your body specifically directly affects them. You're creating the environment that your baby starts in. So the healthier you can be and the more nutrients you can flood your body with and cleanse out some of those impurities, the better off you're going to be and your baby right from day one. So that's what I'm huge about. And it's just been incredible for our whole family. So
You're awesome, Erin. Thanks so much. And you're such a massive inspiration for all the mums out there. Just I've known Erin for, well, actually ever since I started this journey with Isagenix, and she has always been so bubbly and just looking younger and younger and healthier and just amazing with age. So thanks so much, Erin.
Stop it. Yeah, thanks, Isaac.
You're welcome. Oh my gosh, who are these two amazing power couple of people in Bali and freaking living it up and loving life? Okay, I won't share your story. I'll let you guys go for it. Whoops, I'll go back. Sorry, guys. There. Says looks like she's frozen. Possibly Josh and Says are both frozen at the same time. Look at that timing. So I'm sure they'll come back on. And I might actually come back to them and let them come back on and share their story, just because it's so powerful when they get excited about it. There we go.
Yeah?
Yep. Go for it, guys.
Yeah. Did you hear what I said before?
No, missed it all.
Oh, okay. So, hey everyone.
Hi guys.
A little bit more about our financial story and how it helped us. So, before Isagenix, I was studying to be a helicopter pilot. So, if you think of how much money an average student has, and just halve that, that's how much a helicopter pilot student has. So to say I was poor was an understatement. So, you know, I was working a job or nearly 2 jobs. I was, you know, at flight school for nearly 12 hours a day, flying for 6 of those hours, studying for the other 6, and just really tired out. And through that, I started putting on weight. Now, when my mate introduced me to Isagenix, he said, hey man, there's also a financial opportunity with this. So I was like, oh, okay. So I looked at it and he said, all you gotta do is help people, you know, share the products with people and start earning this residual income. And I was like, oh man. So needless to say, I took full advantage of that opportunity. I started sharing it with people. And, you know, halfway through my flight school, I was able to leave my job or 2 jobs because my residual income supported me. And then now, a year and a half later, our residual income has allowed us to move to Bali and live location-free, working from our laptops and doing whatever we want to do, whenever we want to do it. We just actually had Isaac and his beautiful partner, Rach, come visit us not so long ago, which was really cool to hang out with them. And it just gives you that freedom. And being, you know, 20 years old that I am, it's just kind of a 20-year-old's dream to be able to earn an income wherever we are, whatever we're doing, and just live life. So that's a little bit about my story.
Hey guys. First of all, thank you so much for having me here. I'm so excited to share my story with you because this opportunity has literally changed my life. So when I got introduced to Isagenix, it was coming on a year ago now, and I purely joined because of the health benefits. I just come back from America and I was feeling really, really, really bad. Had like hardly any confidence in myself, which was, you know, I'm quite a bubbly, outgoing, happy person, but I just didn't have that confidence. I really was lacking with my health, and I just didn't have any energy. And I actually saw a before and after photo on Facebook, and I was like, what is this? Like, how are you guys always so happy and bubbly all the time? I want to be doing what you're doing. So I reached out to the girl from Australia, and seriously, like, oh my gosh, it completely changed my health. I had a massive physical transformation and mental transformation. I just started believing in myself again, and really having that confidence to be myself. So that's sort of like on the physical side, but financial, like once I had a massive transformation myself, I was just like, I was just like, so many more people need to know about this, especially women, and I'm really, really passionate about that. And then people keep asking me what I was doing, and I keep telling them, and then help getting lots of people started, and it sort of grew from there. And it literally just came from my heart, wanting to help other people, and really seeing the massive change and the massive results in others really lights me up. I love helping people, and I'm so blessed to be able to do this every single day, living on the other side of the world. And with my beautiful partner Josh, it is just absolutely like my dream. So I'm just like, sometimes I'm like sitting here in Bali, and I like have to pinch myself. I'm just like, I have the freedom to do whatever I want, when I want. And I'd say 80% of the time, I just want to get on the phone and talk to people and share this with people, because I want as many people to be doing what I'm doing and have the freedom to go and do what lights them up every single day. So, I hope that inspires you guys, and yeah, just always remember that you can be who you want to be, and you can do what you want to do. You've just got to make it happen. You're just got to make that choice to have that freedom in your life, and it will show up for you. So you guys are amazing, and yeah, that's my story.
You guys are so freaking awesome. What I love most about you two is that you're always from the heart. Like everything that you says, and Josh, it always just comes from a place of love and warmth and wanting the best for people. And that's exactly what this whole opportunity is about, is like making that difference from that place. So thank you guys so much for being in my life and for sharing your story tonight. And I can't wait to see you guys in Melbourne soon. And this is just a bit of a disclaimer again on the earnings part. So really it's just saying that the same thing, like in terms of earnings, people have really put hard work and effort into their business in Isagenix to be able to earn the income they've earned. And it's taken, like it says, a lot of skill, personal ambition, time commitment, activity, and there are other factors involved. So it's important we all know that too. And I believe the next slide is a video clip, there's a short video clip I'm just going to show you, and you can watch it, and it really explains exactly how Josh and Sez have gotten to the place that they're in, and also just simply actually how you can get your products paid for. So from anywhere from where Josh is to that point as well. So enjoy this clip.
Hi everyone. So how would you like to get your Isagenix products paid for and even turn your love of the products and your results into a possible income stream? Well, Isagenix has a plan to make it simple for you. It's called U+2, then +2. And here's how it works. Step 1, join Isagenix and use the products. Share Isagenix with 2 friends or family members and invite them to use a qualifying Isagenix program. That's what we call U+2. By completing U+2, you can earn up to $370 in bonuses. It only gets bigger and better from here. Step 2. Now your 2 friends each help 2 people to get started using Isagenix products. That's called them +2. And you can earn an additional $200 for completing this step. That's $100 for each friend who shared with 2. If you complete U+2, then +2, within 30 days of joining Isagenix, you'll receive an additional $250 bonus called the Crystal Manager bonus. And now you're also eligible to participate in the holiday bonus pool. But this next step is key. Simply keep repeating U+2, then +2, and you'll continue to earn extra income, because the more you share Isagenix and help others to do the same, the more you'll earn. Go to isagenixbusiness.com and click on the Start Here button to begin your journey towards financial freedom today.
It is literally that easy. It actually doesn't get any harder than that. And just a couple of things. That was Jen Patch, #1 income earner in Australia and New Zealand. And she says a couple of things that are actually incorrect. So it's now 60 days that you can get that Crystal Manager bonus, not 30 days. So if you enroll 2 people who enroll another 2 people in 60 days, you also get that $250 Crystal Manager bonus. And the other thing, what did she say? Oh, so just the figures that she quoted, they're all Aussie dollars. And in fact, New Zealand, if you're in New Zealand, you actually get more money, which is cool for us. Awesome. So there are tools and systems that make it so simple to be able to share this opportunity. And what I mean by that is there's websites, there's articles, there's pictures, there's video clips. They're all provided by Isagenix for you to be able to share with people so that you don't have to be the know-it-all. You can literally say, I don't know anything about Isagenix, I've just started, but here's a tool or here's a clip that you can watch, and it's all provided to you, all the systems, so that anyone you introduce this to can use the same thing, and you can actually grow an amazing business through this opportunity just because everything is so simple with these tools and systems.
Can I jump in there, Isaac?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I think it's so important as well as how much money has been invested in these tools and systems. Like, you really don't need to know anything. I'm a helicopter pilot. I know nothing about nutrition, yet I've been able to help hundreds of people with their health by just sending them tools. So, look, you know, we're not special people. You know, Sarah did a degree in textiles. I did a diploma in flying helicopters, and we both help people with their health. So that kind of just goes to show you don't really need to know anything. Everything's there for you, just ready to send to people.
Yeah. Basically, the product is the biggest tool itself. It actually, you just put it in your body and it works. So it's that simple. Thanks, Josh. And the 30-day guarantee, this is what I've mentioned and Mary Evans mentioned, Josh has mentioned, you actually get to try out the products for 30 days and see if they work for you. So even if you're a skeptic like I was, you can go, okay, look, I'll just give it a go because it sounds pretty good. I'm not going to say that right now. I'm going to put it in my body and see how it goes. So you can try out for 30 days, and at the day 29, for instance, if you are like, man, these products are amazing, then you just keep going and all good. And if you just find they didn't work for you, for whatever reason, doesn't matter what the reason is, you want to send the products back, you can send all the containers back empty, and you get a full money back refund. So that makes it just so simple, and there's no real risk financially. So, are you ready to redefine your normal? That's the last question we want to leave you with. Your normal, whatever that may be, are you ready to redefine it? It was so awesome having you all on this call tonight, and I'm just so grateful to be able to share this opportunity with anyone I can. So just for you to be here, whether you think or feel this is something for you or not, it could be for someone else in your life. So, you know, either way, you know, thank you so much for being on this call and for listening to us. And we can't wait to be able to get you started on this journey if this is something for you. Love you all. Thanks, Josh, Cez, Aaron. Thank you so much, you guys, for sharing your stories. Love you guys. And I will see you. I can see you still on the call. I'll talk to you soon. I'll give you a call. And have an amazing night.
Everyone. Thank you. Bye.